After auditing over 100 agency YouTube channels, I can tell you that 90% of them are making the exact same mistakes, and it's silently killing their growth. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why most agency channels get views, but they never actually sign clients from YouTube, and what the other 30% are actually doing different. So my name is Greg, I run Brand Dive YouTube agency, where we helped over 50 agency owners last year alone grow on YouTube and actually get clients. We work with people like Nick, Justin Lalonde, or many more across different niches, helping them grow their channels and actually get calls booked from YouTube. And I wouldn't really call myself a YouTube guru. I'm just someone who's been inside the data of the channels that actually convert. So what I'm about to show you in this video is going to be based on the clients we work with, like Nick, Justin Lalonde, as I mentioned, but also I wanted to use other examples from YouTube in other niches. So, you know, like our clients are in the advertising space, but also Max here, who's in the email marketing space, probably the biggest channel right now. Kai, who's in the SEO space as well, because I know there's many SEO agency owners also looking to do YouTube, or Carl in the CRO space on YouTube. Most of those people are working with e-commerce brands, but again, that's not going to be applicable to just that. If let's say you run a lead generation agency, automation agency, you're working with different types of businesses, those things are still going to apply to you. So let's start with the mistakes. The first and probably the biggest mistake that I'm seeing is agency owners creating content for other agency owners. And that's really like 80% of the channels out there. You know, if you really look at their content and who's actually watching it, they are getting a lot of views. They are really getting a lot of subscribers. But the reason they are not getting clients is because their content literally attracts other people just like them. So let's say if you're creating content around meta ads, you might be attracting a lot of media buyers instead of e-commerce brands who are actually interested in having someone run their ads. The big difference that the channels that actually convert make is that with every single video that they do, they think what their ideal clients actually search for, like what are their pain points, desires. They build a whole content strategy, they build a whole content plan around their ideal clients instead of just what's gonna work on YouTube. And that's also something that we do for our clients, because again, when we do our research, we can of course look at what is performing well on YouTube from just like YouTube perspective, what can help us get views and subscribers, but we also gather a lot of input from our clients in the onboarding process just to really understand like who their ideal clients are, what they are searching for on YouTube, what tools they are using, who are they watching on YouTube. There's many things that we look at, and there's a lot of input that we want to gather from our clients just to make sure the content plan we prepare is actually going to help them attract their ICP. And this is what we call the buyer intent content. And it doesn't really get the most amount of views, but it attracts the right type of audience, which in most cases is even more important. Now, even if you have the best content plan and you actually know how to create that content, the second big mistake that I'm saying is the terrible packaging. Because the thing is, even if you have the best content, but there's no one clicking on your thumbnails, there's no one clicking on, your videos, nobody's gonna watch them. And when nobody's watching your content, there's 0% chance that you're gonna convert people into clients. So not only need to know what type of videos to make, but then also need to know how to actually get clicks, because without those clicks, again, you're just not gonna sign clients in the end. And I wanted to show you examples of bad thumbnails. So those are like random videos I just found on YouTube. You can see that the weak packaging looks like this. It has a vague title, it has a generic thumbnail, or sometimes even no thumbnail at all, and there's no clear promise or outcome. So you can see here, the big mistake that I also see many times on YouTube is people using the same text that they have in the title on their thumbnails. And you should never do it, because you only have these two things to get someone to click on the video. Like you have your thumbnail and then you have your title. And if it's literally the same angle, like you're just not maximizing the amount of clicks you can get. So that's one thing. Sometimes also they look like they just been made, in Canva in 5 minutes, and it also doesn't work that well, because if the video doesn't get clicks, you can see here videos posted like 6 days ago, only at like 19 views. It's very hard to actually get clients out of it. Now, in comparison, what strong packaging looks like. And again, it's just like a random video I found on YouTube. It's not our clients, but you can see a very specific title. I added 140K per month to this e-commerce brand. Here's how. It also shows the outcome to the viewer that they really want. So again, adding like 100K per month to an e-commerce brand is something that all e-commerce brands want. It has like really good contrast, readable text. You can see that also the thumbnail and the title, they work together really nicely. And so this video doesn't also have a lot of views. It only has 85 views, but you can see the channel is also not that big. So it's at like 109 subscribers. So it's actually a really good example. And again, I wanted to use this example. Here's also an example from one of our clients. And the reason I'm showing you this example, this is actually an A/B test results, because we're a client that we work with, we always create multiple variations of the thumbnails. Sometimes we even do that same thing with titles, just to identify the winners, especially at like bigger channels where we have more data, more traffic. You can see that we also need to understand the trends, because those thumbnails, even though they look pretty nice, they are performing actually worse than this thumbnail here, which is just a screenshot from the video with like an arrow on it and then Nick's face here in the bottom left corner. And the reason it performs well is because we see that this raw, authentic style right now works on YouTube. But again, there's a big mistake that people will make is they will just upload a video and they will have no thumbnail. Even something like that is actually a thumbnail, because we took a specific screenshot from the video. We took a specific, a screenshot of like Nick's camera here as well. We made it a bit bigger. So like there's still some things we did. It's not just a random screenshot from the video that YouTube randomly chose. And you can see the watch time share here is the best. Now, sometimes people say that, you can't really base the performance of the thumbnail, the title, looking at the watch time share, like the way YouTube does it. But there's many reasons why it's probably the best way to actually track that instead of comparing it just to the click rate, especially with the business content. But that's a topic for another video, so I'm not going to go into that. Now, third mistake is no consistency, because without consistency on YouTube, you can't really build the momentum that is needed for you to start getting clients from YouTube. Because the thing is, and I see it all the time, there are agency owners starting up on YouTube, only posting like 5 videos, 10 videos. And then they just stop and do nothing for months. And then they, again, go back to YouTube, they film some more content, and then they are going for another few months. And the thing is, when you're not posting consistently, it's very hard for you to build an audience of people that actually wants to buy your stuff. If you can't just stay consistent with YouTube, then your chances of signing clients from YouTube drastically decline as well. Because YouTube is a compounding game. So even if you're posting just one video per week, but you do it consistently for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, it's really hard to not see results at that stage if you really stay consistent with it and you also try to improve with every single video. And one thing that we see across all of our clients that see results from YouTube is that they are just super consistent. So not only they are posting a video every single week, maybe 2 videos a week, every single week, but they also really focus on improvements. So they always ask themselves how they can make videos like 1% better. They ask themselves, or they ask us, like what they can do better. And we also give that feedback to our clients because we want to make sure that the content they do is as good as it can be. And the best advice that I've heard from someone that built a really big channel and made a ton of money from YouTube is that he just said that he wanted to record 100 videos without really expecting anything. And I know it sounds like a really big commitment, but people with this mindset at the very beginning actually see the best results because they don't just give up after like 5 videos or 10 videos. They keep going, they keep posting videos, they get better at recording content, their content gets promoted by YouTube algorithm, and so their channels are actually growing and they are winning on YouTube, signing a lot of clients from their content. Now, fourth mistake is no real conversion system after the video ends. And that's also something that I see many times is people not really having any link section, they don't really having any call to action in the videos. And the thing is, if you're just creating content for the sake of creating content to just get views and subscribers, and you don't really have any conversion plan, you're probably gonna get burned out really quickly because you're just gonna post videos and you're not gonna see any direct results out of it. And so most of the channels that I see are just not converting, have no clear call to action, they have no lead magnet like newsletter sign up link, nothing like that, and no real funnel after the video ends. You don't even need a complex funnel to get clients from YouTube because in most cases, your YouTube channel itself is the sales funnel, like it's an organic sales funnel if you structure it properly so people can discover you, watch your content, the content nurtures them over time, and then in the end, they actually end up booking a call with you. So again, that's why with many clients, and even you can see that I actually do it myself, we use the double call to action strategy. So the first call to action is just a direct link to the calendar. So people can just go ahead and book a call with me straight away. That's something that we see works good because again, sometimes people just watch one video, 10 videos, 20 videos, and what they want to do is just speak with you directly, or as a soft call to action. So a free resource, watch this video next, even things like go follow me on Instagram, or again, like just driving people to like the newsletter. Those are examples of the soft call to action where it doesn't require them to immediately book a call with you. But again, you just still give them something. You want to keep them in the loop because they might come back later and they might actually be interested in working with you. And then the last mistake is something unexpected, but it's no point of view. Like the most forgettable channels that I see, they have no opinions. Like they never take a stance on any topic. And you can actually see that one of the best ways to grow a channel and to get views and to get eyeballs and then also convert people into clients is to actually have strong opinions. Sometimes even contrary opinions to like what most people believe. Again, this video, like the title, it says like why everyone is wrong about Meta Andromeda. So it's something that gets a ton of clicks because people are really interested in this type of topic. And again, if you have specific opinions in the videos, that's also something that can work for you in the long term because people will trust you. And that trust is what is needed to make people convert in the end. Now, what the top 10% actually do differently? First thing is they optimize for leads and clients, not just for views and subscribers. And they do that with everything. So the strategy itself, the content plan, the ideation, the packaging of the videos. So that's something that is really important, is you don't want to just create the most like viral content on YouTube. You want to create content that's going to get you clients. Second thing is they treat YouTube like a sales asset, not just a social media channel. And we always do make it a part of the strategy with our clients as well. It's like not every single video we make has the goal of just like getting as many views and subscribers as possible. We have many videos where we know they're not going to get a ton of views, but we know that these videos can actually convert at a very high rate. You also need to have a system behind the camera, because the thing is, most of these channels that I showed you here, like the good examples, the channels that are crushing it, the people that are getting clients from YouTube, they always have some kind of system on the back end. And in most cases, and you might not believe me, but they actually work with YouTube agencies, because when you work with an agency, you don't have to worry about anything. You can just focus on creating content, and you have a partner that actually takes care of everything from the strategy to ideation, the editing, the thumbnails, the SEO. They do the A/B testing for you. They look at the analytics. They give you feedback. And so that's something very important. Again, you don't have to work specifically with my agency, although I do highly recommend that because we get great results for our clients. But you need to have someone, you need to have a system that's going to make it easy for you to stay consistent, because again, consistency is something that can get you the best results in the long term. They also measure success in booked calls and clients and not just subscribers, which is obvious, and focus on those small 1% improvements with every single video. Now, if you'd be interested in having us build this for you and you just want to see some results that we achieve for our clients, here's a few. So we helped Nick Terrio go from just 1.4K to over 64,000 subscribers on YouTube. He made $500,000 in agency revenue just in the first year of working together, and over 7 figures in net profit in 2024 alone, just from the clients he signed from YouTube. Or Justin go from 400 to 28,000 subscribers, book a lot of calls from YouTube as well. Or Robin here go from just 1,000 to 3,000 subscribers and get 2 to 5 high-ticket clients every single week from YouTube. Or Blake here go from complete zero to 8.5K subscribers and get a consistent lead flow from YouTube as well. If you want to see more results, go ahead, check out our website. On our website, you can see also case studies, testimonials, some work we did for our clients as well. And if you're ready, just go ahead down below, book a call with me. Or if you're not ready yet, go ahead and check out this video next.